Hi guys, welcome back to Grutz's World, and today is episode 2. And I gotta say, the feedback from the first episode was real good, real positive, and I gotta thank everyone for that. That was brilliant, I wasn't expecting it. So, what we're gonna do today, it's a bit of a sort of catch up, show what I've done in between episodes. I've got to apologise that I haven't done as much as I would like to have done, because I haven't been all that well this week. And I've logged in today, realised it's been a week since my last episode and I better get something up. But as you can see, What are you doing? I've decorated here a bit. I've left my little spy pole up there. But let's pop up here. The glass that you see up here, that just represents the spawn chunks where you spawn into the world. I did out with glass, that way you'd spawn back down below. And I've actually extended all the borders of the actual world spawn chunks so I can see visually exactly where everything is. So I'll just quickly get up here and show you that. So there we go. So here we're over in the corner of the spawn chunks, and what I wanted to do is address just a couple of concerns some people had about the system I was doing for finding the spawn chunks, whether it worked or not. So, that is an entity. And like I was saying, everything from this border inwards is entity processing spawn chunks. Redstone processing spawn chunks. So what I want to do is a little test here. And I'm going to throw like an entity there. And then we're going to run to the opposite corner, which is more than 128 blocks away. So this will all be unloaded unless it's spawn area. And then we're going to come back and we're going to see what happens with it. So one there and one there. Okay. So in 5 minutes time they will despawn unless the chunk gets unloaded. So we're going to run all the way to the opposite corner. I'm starting the timer when I get over there. Then we're going to leave it 5 minutes and we're going to run back. And we'll see if we have any items despawned still there. And we'll know exactly whether it's the spawn chunk. If it's in the spawn chunk, the item will despawn. If it's outside of the spawn chunk, the items will still be there. So this is the opposite corner. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to AFK for 5 minutes. Start my timer now. Alright, so we're back. And 5 minutes is up. As you can see, the sun is setting there. Alright, so we're coming up to the corner now. And we'll have a look and see what's going on with the entities. There we go. As you can see, only the ones on the outer blocks are still there. These 3 are all gone, which is exactly what I would expect to see. So what that says is, in that 5 minutes, they've been loaded the whole time and they've despawned. Whereas these blocks here were unloaded, so they didn't despawn. In actual fact, they were sort of loaded, but not, like I was saying in the last episode, not for entity processing. If this was a redstone clock running here, it would have still run, but not the entities. So as you can see, that was the exact corner. So this is definitely 100% the spawn chunks, and that system did find exactly what I wanted. And that's what I've been working on off camera. And as you'll see by the torches, we have 1, 2, 3 chunks. And they are slime chunks. And for some reason I started digging out the top and I got down to sea level. I've went through so many iron picks doing this. Went onto stone and it was driving us mad, and then I realised, why don't I start below? If I get down there, I'll show you what's going on. Oh yeah, made a little chicken farm over here as well. Just your standard chicken farm. So adults are up there. They'll lay eggs into that hopper, which goes into the dispenser and gets dispensed, as you just heard there. The babies will sit on top of this half slab, and when they grow up, the head's going to touch the larva there, and that'll give the cooked chicken. I do have the option to have the water there instead, and that'll drown the chickens, and that'll give us the raw chicken in case I need for breeding. But the majority of the time I'll leave it on that setting. And the only other thing I've done is I added this hopper line here, which goes into the dispenser to the side of the adults there. And if I want to up the number of the adults, I just put my eggs in here and it fires them out automatic. So not really much difference. And as I say, a little bit decorating. I like being able to see everything around. Anyway, let's go through the mountain. Yeah, I've cleaned this mountain up. I just sloped it up gradually. I didn't like the sheer stone. I wanted it to look a bit more natural, so I think it looks a lot better like that. So yeah, I started digging out the slime chunks here from the top down, and then realised if I dig out from the bottom up, at least I can get some form of pad down there and start getting some slimes. So I'll drop down onto the slime block, and as you can see, I've been doing some work down here, right down to the bedrock, Y level 5. Yeah, I've just been taking out the floor here, ready to put glass in. This glass and bedrock, nothing can spawn on here. But this side here, stuff can spawn in between the bedrock. As you can see, a skeleton here. So let's just get rid of him. And I was getting ores as I was digging it out. And it took us to get all the way to here to realise, why don't I just wait, leave them hanging like this, and then when I get a fortune pick, then I can take it. Stuff like the iron, I can take that straight away. I don't know why I've left that there. But yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. That's why they're just hanging there. So at the minute, all I'm doing is putting glass down all over this floor. I have got a higher pad. This is the lowest level here. And up the top here, that's just a bit of caves there that I found. Put a door there so I can go up the ladder without any hassle. But this goes up to Y level 40 here. And again, I've dug it out, and as you can see, I do get the odd slime spawning here. And again, it's marked out exactly the same as the other one. I'm going to put a beacon here. And then I can put haste 2 on the beacon and use efficiency 5 picks to make this a lot quicker, because when you look at it, that size, going all the way down to where that slime block is, that takes a fair bit of work. So, that being said, that brings us to the next thing I need to do. To use a haste 2 beacon, you need efficiency 5 pick. Which means I need to enchant, and as you can see, I've got plenty of levels on us, but I don't have an enchanting table. Get the diamonds in, and this boy. Alright, cool. The enchanter. So, I have no idea where I'm going to put this at the minute, so that'll do. Right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind away at these cows, get myself some bookshelves. That way, hopefully, we can get ourselves some level 30 enchants going. Let's see. So I definitely want to try to get a pick. And as I say, what we're going for here is efficiency picks. So that will do nicely. Let's drop that in there. Efficiency 4. Ooh. Very cool. And that one. Fortune 2. Ooh. Oh, very cool. And we're going to go for another one. Why not? What do we get this time? Efficiency 4. Nice. Right. Silk. Which one do I want? Now to combine them, I'm definitely going to need an anvil, so I might as well get that. I'm going to put these two together, I think. 19 levels, efficiency 5. Perfect. So I'm really happy with that, that's pretty cool. Got some good starting tools there. Now, I want them with us. Let's get some of this iron down so I can get an idea of how much more iron I need. 2, 3. Yeah, got a long way to go. And something I did forget to sort of explain. People are probably looking and thinking, well, why start a new world and build a slime farm? So many better things you can be doing than that. And yeah, I agree. To an extent, I agree. There's a lot of builds I've got planned that I want to use slime blocks for. So, slime farm is needed. But nothing that big. The reason I'm doing that, the reason I'm going that big with it, is because I want the materials basically. I want the smooth stone. I was looking at it and I was like, I'll make a smooth stone generator. Then I was like, no, why would I want to be doing that? Find a project that involves digging a big hole. And that's a slime farm. So that's why I'm doing that at the minute. But, as you can see, I have a farmer, a butcher, and a weaponsmith. And they are all converted from these guys. Which really I should get him converted as well. But it's easier to move him as a zombie than it is as a villager. So, not just yet. So I am really chuffed that I've got that farm. Because now I have the farmer and I have the 3 of them. I can make an infinite breeder. So I think that's what we're going to do. Make an infinite breeder. What I do have to do is decide where I'm going to make it. And the reason I'm making the villager breeder is obviously to get the villagers. And once I have the villagers, then I can make an iron farm. Alright, so before I go about building the infinite breeder, I think we're going to talk about sort of villager mechanics, village mechanics, that type of thing. How it all works. Not everyone sort of understands why these breeders work or how villagers breed. So there's 3 main ways to make villagers breed. Well, I suppose 2, but it works as sort of 3. So you either trade with the 2 of them, have them next to each other, and there's a chance that'll get them... Shush up there. There's a chance that'll get them in the mood, and then they'll breed. There's also standing there getting your potatoes, carrots, feeding them. This will also get them in the mood, and they will hopefully breed. And the third way, which is the automated way, is if you use the farmer to harvest crops. He'll harvest, pick the crops up, and if you have another villager with him, you'll notice that that villager needs fed, and you'll throw the crops to him. The act of farming will get this villager in the mood, and the crops being passed and being fed will get the other one in the mood. So you stand the two of them on a wheat field or a carrot field, and in theory they will breed. Now there is another thing that is needed, and that is your doors. Without doors, it doesn't matter how much you trade, feed, whatever, they're not going to breed without them. And as a rule of thumb, for each villager in a village, there needs to be 3 doors. So if this was a village with 3 doors, and you were trying to breed, only 1 villager could exist. 2 villagers for that one, and so on. If you had a village with 9 doors and 2 villagers, and you fed, traded, anything like that, a villager will be produced. But then it'll cap out there. It doesn't matter how much more you trade with them, you feed them, they will cap out at that. So, how does a villager recognize a village? Now, this here would be classed as a house. That is all that is needed. 1 door, and then the blocks above. Now, how the game works, checking if this is a viable house in a village or not, is it will check 5 blocks in this direction, and 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this direction. And this is the roof block. So let's just give that a different colour there. So that's your roof block. There's your door. And the game checks the 5 blocks this side, the 5 blocks that side. Now, this would not be classed as a house, because the blocks on this side and the blocks on this side are equal. Now, as soon as you take 1 out, you have 5 blocks here and 4 here. Well, 3 now, but that doesn't matter. So now you have 3 on this side, 5 on that side. So the game sees this as being outside and this as being inside, and this would now be a village. Now, if I took 2 out of this side, again, there's 3 blocks there and 3 blocks here. So this is not a village anymore. As soon as I take 1 out, add 1, as you can see, there's no blocks here, and there's 3 here, so this is a village. As long as there is a difference from one side to the other within the 5 block spread, this will be counted as a village. Now, obviously there is one more factor that is needed, and at the minute, this is not a village, because the villagers over here are too far away. They cannot detect that door over there from this distance. Now, a villager detects doors 16 blocks in all directions. But then, it's also 3 blocks above it. So, let's see. for example, you have your doors sort of these heights. Now obviously it detects this one because it's on the same level, but a villager will also see the next 3 doors going above it. Going down over, it's 5. So it's 3 blocks up, 5 blocks down. Now the other thing you need to know is the distance, the reach of a village. For all, a villager can only detect the blocks 16 blocks away. A village has like a minimum radius. Now, from, say this was a village, you had a door there, a door here, door here. The middle of your village is going to be roughly here, central to all the doors. Then the radius of the village will count from this block, and it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the radius of this village is 7. But villages have a minimum radius of 32. They can be over that, but they cannot be any less. So this village radius will be classed as 32. Now when it comes to villages merging, overlapping, you take the village's radius of 32 and you add 32 to it. So that gives a minimum range of 64 blocks. So if there was another door within 64 blocks over here, it will automatically join to that village, as long as the other criteria are met. Now this is why when you talk about iron farms, infinite breeders, keep them apart. So what I'm going to do here is just to show you what I mean. We're going to quickly build a little mini village right here. So there's a house. And we know this is a house because it's close enough to be detected by these villagers here. And we might as well have another house here. Now, the direction of the door doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's there or here. That makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. So, there's my village. Let's just get rid of him. Because what I want to show here, it's a bit risky. I'm going to let this guy out. Now you see the way this guy is sort of hanging around this construction here. It's because it's night time and he keeps feeling he should be rushing back to the house. As soon as he feels endangered, he runs straight underneath the house. So you put that one there and you knock this one down. And then what will happen is the villager is going to stay roughly near his village. No, you don't. This can only be shown at night. It's a bit dodgy, but it's the only way to show what I mean. So now, you see he's run off over here. And for all he'll wander a little bit off like that, he's always going to keep near the house. So if I build another one here, build it right, and now knock this one down, and there he is again, back in the house. So as you can see, they definitely see them as being houses, safety, and you can actually make them travel using this method. So what I need to do is pick out an exact location, get a bit of a structure built, and then get some villagers over here. I've got the main bit of building built up here. Your standard sort of Foreman Breeder. As you can see, I've started making everything look a bit more rustic rather than modern. Not sure why, I just fancied it. But at the bottom, I've just got this temporary. I don't know what I want to do with it yet. I know there's going to be some type of trading hall or trading system under this hill. So this bit here will probably disappear and the tube will go straight underground. But for now, I put this in. And as I say, I've gone for sort of stone brick, mossy, cracked, deteriorated. I've used half slabs and stairs here and there just to make it look like it's crumbling away. I think it looks alright. It looks quite cool. Even with this one, I completely knocked this one out and laid it on its side here. Let's get up there. The vines are here, decoration, and it also helps us get up and down the thing. And if I get up the top layer here, as you can see, I've gone with this type of design. Rather than just having one big pad in the middle, I've separated 3 different pads, put the fence in between. This is to promote the villagers thrown to each other this direction as well as the ones on here. And what I'm planning on using is something like 2 farmers on each pad. And obviously I'll go wheat, carrot, potato. And the idea behind this is to get them to throw to each other, maybe hit the fence and drop down the collection system. So it'll give us automated wheat, carrot and potato as well. Hopefully. Up the top here is where the main villager is going to go with the doors to create the infinite breeder. And as I was saying, as long as you get that room, that platform up there, over the 3 block gap, so I allow the 3 blocks that the doors can go on plus a couple of blocks for the door itself, and then I build the floor level up there. And then there will be 1 villager in here with 3 doors. And what will happen basically will be the villagers down here are going to look up and see this, but they're not going to be part of this village. And they're going to constantly see this 1 villager, but with enough doors to make 2 villagers. And that's going to trigger the breeding, which will happen here. I've still got to put trapdoors all the way around the outside and down these middle bits. And that's just to fool the baby villagers into walking straight off the edges. So, once it walks off, it goes into this water stream, which has got like a weird diamond pattern in the middle. What I've done is I just made a platform down here, put water in each corner and saw where it came to. And then as you can see underneath, I have more water sources pushing to the centre, and there's 1 very centre block that's missing. So yeah, that's it all built up, ready to go. The only thing I've got left to do really is make up some tracks and bring the villagers over, hopefully, without killing them. Just thought I'd quickly show, without killing myself, what the spawn platform looks like here. Gone with the same idea. Bit broken up look about it, deteriorated. Vines for climbing up and down. I've changed out the sides to make it look a bit more rustic and natural as well, put leaves around. I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. Now I'm just working out some type of random design on the corners. I'm not sure where I'm going with it yet, but I'm just having fun with it and seeing how it works out. And this is how I'm getting me dark oak. I'm just planting the saplings in a massive long row between the 2 bits of cobble. Then I'm bone mealing it. It takes about roughly half a stack of bone meal to take this out, to make this grow. And then I just grab the shovel, get up there and go from the top down. And I end up with about 3 stacks of dark oak logs from that system. So yeah, that's cool. There we go. Get out from under there. Right, so we've got my villagers in place, just got the ground tilled here. That's a good lad. Alright, cool. Yeah, so he's doing a good job there. Well done, mate. Now what we want to see is some hearts. But sometimes that takes the time for them to settle in. So I'm just going to AFK right here. Actually, I'm going to AFK right here because they've got a habit of coming and standing right underneath you and watching you. And we're just going to wait for hearts. Be very quiet. They don't know I'm here. Huh? You see it? They don't know I'm here. They think we're all alone. We're going to do the nasty. Uh-oh. I think we're spotted. Run. Ah, the things you do to keep yourself amused waiting for these guys to breed. Finally, there we have it. A little babby. There he is, just see his head. And it looks like they're throwing down some food for him already. Feed him up. Alright, cool. So as you can see, he's walking on the trapdoors straight away, so if they were open he would have fell down into the bottom system. So sweet, yeah, this is working. Brilliant. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it for an episode here. I'm going to AFK a lot, and I'm going to get about 50 of these guys all bred up, and then we're going to start on the Iron Titan. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. See ya.